And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all, it's GEEP Variety Show! And now, here's your host, GEEP! Let's go! Not again! There we are. There! Ah, there we go, there we go. There was a little technical difficulty there. Hello everybody! GEEP here of GEEP Variety Show! I hope you're all doing wonderfully today. How you doing? Eliza! Thank you for the resub! Also, welcome Raph the Genius and welcome Hoshi. Hoshi? How could it be two Hoshis? There's one in the chat and there's... Well, anyway... Elijah says, who's that blueberry with a cigar? Never seen him before. Oh, it's GEEP! Indeed, sus indeed, Hoshi. This other HOSHI PYON VT, whatever. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, folks, those of you who have been paying attention or reading the standby screen or reading the title screen, you'll notice right now who tonight's guest is. Yes, HOSHI PYON. HOSHI PYON. Pyon. So, I hope you all are excited because we got a great lineup for you tonight. Plus, my guest is super fun, super hilarious, and super crazy. It's just the right amount of, it's just the right kind of brew you want for a good time. So, let's not dilly-daddle. We got some more people to come on tonight as well. There's going to be an awesome Pokemon game later on against another wonderful friend of mine. So, please, please, stick around. You're going to stick around for everything, folks. It's Hoshi, come on. Raph says, I can't read, so I'm happy you told me who the guest was. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Gosh, how do you get by without being able to read? Yeah, what a champ. All right. Audience is warmed up. There are her social accounts up there, folks. Please follow her. 1 second. Let's give Hoshi a shout out right now. HOSHI PYON. There we go. Okay. Raph says, I'm just very attractive, so everyone just gives me free stuff. Ah, makes sense. So there she is, folks. Please check her out. There's a YouTube channel she got. There's a Twitch. You're going to have to look her up on Twitter. I didn't have the shout-out ready to go to give it out, but you can find her, follow her, do the good thing. You go to her Twitch. I'm sure she has all of her accounts linked there. So, let's not dilly-dally much longer. Hello, Tusk Knight. Welcome. You're just in time to catch tonight's guest. I'm glad you're here. All right. Yes, Hoshi. Exactly, Hoshi. Tusk just left Anna. Oh, Anna's live. That's right. Anyway, folks, thank you all for showing up. Now, I want you all to give a warm round of applause for tonight's guest, the lovely, the bouncy, and in bunny terms, and the other terms if you want to think that way, the fun, the wild, the spectacular, HOSHI PYON! Woo!
That's awesome. Thank you. How's it going?
It's going well, Hoshi. How are you tonight?
Nice, we doing good. By the way, am I laggy for you at all?
Yeah, you kind of laggy a little bit right now.
Oh no. Okay, I think it's because I think it can't handle the stream. The stream going at the same time. You'll just have to read me the comments, okay?
You got it. I will read you the comments if anything sent you. There you go. Oh yeah, now she's smooth. She's smoothing now. Yeah, she vibing, folks. She's looking good.
Smooth. We cha-cha real smooth. Hello.
Perfect. There she is, folks. Oh, is it possible, Hoshi, for you to increase the volume of your mic so that people can hear your voice?
Oh yes. Let me just see here. You might have to actually do it in Discord, because
you're all maxed out here, my friend.
Yeah, I think... Oh, am I? Okay, hold on a minute. We got this. We can do this, I believe. This is Boomer Pion at work right now. Y'all seeing it in 4K. Y'all seeing it in 4K.
At least it's not 8K.
True, very true. It could be worse, but we
it
got
could
this.
be. It could be.
Mike's settings. There we go. Okay, manage.
All right. Raph says, first Tusk Knight says, holy shit, she very cute. She is cute, isn't she? That's a lovely model.
No! But my mama did a very good job on the Hoshi model, so thank you. Actually, I wonder if I can turn up the gain manually. Oh.
All right. Raph says, since GEEP will read the chat for Hoshi, read this. Hi, I'm the real GEEP, and we have a really cool guest today, like always. Pee pee poo poo. You're not the real GEEP. You imposter, Raph.
Pee pee poo poo.
I want to say
oh my god, that's beautiful.
I had to say it in a cute way. I didn't want to say what it was really intending. I'm tricky. I was onto your game there, Raph. I thought you couldn't read. If you can't read, you can't spell. Okay.
Oh my god, yes. Wait, is this any better, by the way? I turned up the gain a bit.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it...
Yes, you're sounding more crisp now. All right.
Okay, good. We like to sound crispy.
Excellent, excellent. So thank you for coming on the show, Hoshi. Good to have you here. Very fun with the chat.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
No, you're very welcome. And Eliza's giving you head pats, and Raph says...
Head pats!
Yes, head pats for Hoshi. I wish I had that little gift there, that little redeem, but I don't have the head pat. So you just have to imagine your head getting pat.
It's okay. I can imagine very well.
So
head pats are always appreciated.
Excellent. They are. And Raph has a personal typer. Understood, Raph. Understood. All right. Let's get right into the interview question. Let's start off with a nice, simple icebreaker question that's very easy to answer, unless, of course, you just like to make things difficult, which I don't think you do. You seem like a very free spirit. So, what is your favorite food and least favorite food? Very easy.
Okay, favorite food. Oh god. Okay, it's always between cake and macaroons. We're very much like a sweets person, so I mean, see, the thing about both is that you can get like so many different flavors in either one. So like that's always a plus for me.
Sure.
And they're both usually really super duper sugary, and honestly, like usually pretty good. I feel like, well, no, that's a lie. Actually, you can find some pretty bad macaroons and some pretty bad cake. But what makes it the best is that well, you can have either for breakfast all the time, no problem. At least for me, I'll just like sometimes you wake up one morning and you just feel like just like having a macaroon for breakfast, and that's okay. Gotta live your best life, And least favorite. Oh God.
Not macaroons.
I'm thinking least favorite. Ooh, I would have to say maybe shrimp.
Shrimp, huh?
Which is, I know. It's very controversial. I know. I can feel everyone just like opening up their Twitlongers right now. But I see. The funny thing is, so I'm Asian, right? Like I have an Asian background, and so I would not survive in Asia. Is all I'm gonna say there. I think it's just the texture that's funky to me, but it's I don't know what it is. I think it's just because it's like, I don't know. Have you ever peeled a shrimp and like?
Yes.
And like how the insides are kind of like they're kind of like spongy and
spongy yet crunchy.
Yes, exactly. And it's so weird. I just can't do it. Yeah, so that's food in a nutshell.
Food in a nutshell, folks, but no nuts here except for me, the macaroons. Macaroons top the list.
And also these nuts. Don't forget that.
We can never forget these nuts.
No.
And no to shrimp there, folks. Yes, so stay out of Gal Gouda's realm. They'll go nuts there. Let's acknowledge the chat for a bit. Eliza is asking what your favorite color is. Before we get to that, though, Raph says shrimp is the best meat. Raph is now writing a twit longer right now. Tusk is saying peeling shrimp is fun. And Shrimp says one thing they hate is to boil them alive. Oh, yeah, that's painful.
Oh, yeah, no, I would imagine that's not the most pleasant experience, getting boiled alive.
But favorite color, Hoshi, what you got running there? Let's ask me that question.
Okay, so this is gonna shock y'all. This is gonna really shock y'all, but it's pink.
Wow, that did shock me. I mean, I see through.
Yeah.
I can't really see very well through these glasses. All I see is like a big bunny blur. So that's a shock right there. There's a shock. Pink people.
Right? You can never guess. You can really never guess, but it's definitely pink. So when I made my VTuber, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna smash all the things that I love into one singular VTuber. And well, the first item on the list you can probably guess is the color pink. I was like, okay, everything has to be pink. And then, you know, some adjustments because I realized maybe not all pink is like the best. So yeah, so now here we are. We very pink VTuber, cause pink.
We got a pink VTuber.
Light, isn't it?
Pink, folks. I hope that answered your question. Well, actually, it should. If it didn't answer your question, you weren't asking the right question. You were looking for a different answer. Shh. Okay. The chat says Raph is saying I couldn't tell. Eliza's saying same bestie. So pink right there. Raph is also saying pink, but doesn't like shrimp. Lol. Tusk says, I thought her favorite color was orange and brown. I know, me too. Okay, not really me too, but I just wanted to make sure you didn't feel alone there, Tusk. Okay. Alright, next question. So, what inspired you to become a VTuber? If you can share that with us.
Ooh, okay, yes. So, I think early last year, I think it was January of last year.
Oh, wow.
One of my close IRL friends, that's not when I started though. One of my close IRL friends actually became a VTuber, because, well, she's always really been into games, and basically I kind of watched her become a VTuber and have lots of fun being a VTuber. Then I discovered HoloLive, and then I was like, hey, you know, all of y'all seem to have a lot of fun, like doing the VTuber thing and playing games with people, and so I initially became a VTuber because I was super inspired by that, and it just seemed like a fun time. I was like, hell yeah, if there's anything that like sounds like a good time is, you know, having even more of an excuse to play games with other people, I think is like was awesome. So I was like, I'm in, okay. And then the HoloLive girls kind of inspired oh, you know what? I really do love idols, so I could also be an idol VTuber.
Okay.
Yeah, my brain expanded because I was like, oh my god, like this, you know, this Susei Hoshimachi girl, she's going off, and and yeah, and then so I think I started in the end of May, so like the very end of May. It was kind of like that's when I kind of had all those thoughts come together in one place, and I was just like, all right, it's time, we're gonna do the thing, and yeah, and now we're here.
Folks, story of a friend into then the HoloLive, and now we have ourselves a HOSHI PYON.
Yeah! Yay!
Those are nice beginnings. Those are nice and humble. I like those when it's just a friend who gets you started. That's good.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I know that, like, I think everyone has their different reasons for like starting VTubing and all that stuff. And for me, it was just like, huh, cool. Like, I can, this is how I can coerce all my friends to play games with me.
Yeah, now you have you have an excuse. Like, it's not that I want to hang out, pals. It's part of my job. It's part of my persona now. You got to help me expand. Don't you want to help me expand? Guilt them into playing with you.
But it's all in good fun.
Of course.
I love to do it, and I honestly I didn't expect the meeting other VTubers part. I like totally didn't even think about like, oh, you can actually like meet other VTubers and make friends with VTubers and play games with those VTubers too. So that's been the whole like crazy wild journey, where I'm just like, oh my god, I've talked to VTubers, other VTubers.
Yes.
And we are pogging.
It's so fun. And it's also a little nerve-wracking, you know, a little nervous the first time reaching out to anybody.
Oh, 100%, yeah. I think that's definitely one of those things where it's like, okay, it's like, you know, any situation IRL where you're like, okay, I'm gonna meet someone, but it's like really, really hard to like start that first like conversation, right? So
yeah,
I think it kind of feels the same in that respect.
Yeah, the first impression jitters always get the better of us all the time. It's natural, but we pull through, and you've done wonderfully. So,
well, you've been very welcoming, so that helps a lot. Like you're always super friendly, and always enjoy your company. So,
thank you.
Cool time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aren't you sweet,
whenever you
folks?
watch my stream, I'm like, oh my god, like it's the GEEP. Holy crap. We pogging.
We pogging. Let's see. Okay, so I will, Tusk, I will ask your question in a moment, but first let's get to this one, this real fun one. Since becoming a VTuber, what has been the hardest thing for you and the easiest?
Oh, okay. I think the hardest one is
Tech. Usually it's technology.
Yeah. I'm very scoffed. I might be super duper scoffed a lot of the times, and it doesn't even matter, like, because I have officially, like, quote unquote debuted now, but I think the debut stream was probably the most scuffed. So, yeah, definitely the technology bit, and just like, and I think the actual, like, making a schedule on time. I never make a schedule on time. I gotta be real with you.
Yes.
It's always like, okay, it's Wednesday in the week. I can now make my schedule for Thursday to Sunday. It do be like that sometimes, though.
Oh, that's great to hear. That scheduling is difficult. That is hilarious, putting out a schedule. It's like one of those tedious works, like, you know, it's like, I have to do it. I know it's mechanical work, but damn it, is it annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it's just starting it. I think starting it.
Yeah, the starting.
Starting is always the hardest part.
Yes. And easiest for you, though? What's been easy?
Easiest, I think, has just been, like, I think just, I was gonna say the gaming part, but sometimes the games are hard. Well, I think just, like, chatting with viewers and stuff, like, chatting with people, and, I find setting up collabs tend to come really easily. Like, I find just, you know, yeah, I, like, usually if someone reaches out, or if I reach out to someone, like, it's usually like, we can figure this thing out, and, like, you know, and I don't know, I've never really had an issue with that, so it's been really nice in that respect, because I know sometimes it's hard to, like, for different people, like, everyone has their own little things that, like, they struggle with, but, like,
sure,
like, bugging people for collabs is not one of them for me. I like to bug people, so.
Oh, that's fabulous. Hey, that makes you really unique. Most people sometimes, some of the VTubers on here said asking for collabs has been difficult, so it's nice that you stand out from the pack.
Oh, yeah, and, like, I mean, you know, that's totally valid, though, because I think there's definitely, like, an intimidation factor.
Sure. But hey,
yeah,
you make it work. That's awesome. I actually like hearing that. That's so cool. Give it up for Hoshi for making collabing easy. And yes, folks, it was easy to schedule this collab with her. She was very, yes, thank you, Raph, for the clap. Yeah, she cooperated very easily. It was very easy to talk to. So we got this show on the road very easily. So, woo! Mini clap right there for Hoshi on the easy collabs.
Yeah, I have my trusty little planner. I'm one of those people that I have one of those little, like physical paper planners, and I, like, decorate it with all the cute stuff, like all the stickers and all that. And that's also where I put my claps in, so I never forget.
Nice. Raph is saying clap, clap, claps. Hoshi is my inspo. And now let's go with Tusk's question, which is, yes, Tusk, thank you for the claps. They're clapping for you, Hoshi. They're clapping for you. All right.
Thank you.
Tusk Knight, or Tusk, a regular on the show, asks, does Hoshi like anime and manga? Like, what are some of your favorites? As well as mine too. Ask about Jeez, but I say that for another time. Blah 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 Blaze. Guy gotta be lurking, but this be a good time. Thank you, blah 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 Blaze.
Hi, Blaze.
Blaze. Okay, Blaze. Thank you for the lurk.
Yes, thank you. Wait, the question was if I like anime
and manga, and what are some of your favorites?
100% yes. So, okay, let me think about this.
Yes, we'll run through a few of them. Let's give them two. Some of two of your favorites, and we'll save one of them for later.
Okay. Let's say, okay. Well, one of them right now, I'm actually really loving Demon Slayer, so this is like this is my throwaway, like, basic anime.
Oh, don't worry about it. Kimetsu's a good one. Kimetsu's good.
Right, Kimetsu no Yaiba, so good. I recently I accidentally fell into that, and I blinked, and then I ended up watching, like, all the seasons, the movie, and now I'm just waiting for season 3.
Oh wow, you blazed through that one.
Yeah, we went really fast. I don't know what happened. It was like I think I finished. I finished it within, like, a span of, like, well, I think the first season was that the season with 26 episodes or
Yes,
something like that.
that's correct.
I finished that. I finished that in like 2 days. So
Oh wow! You know how to marathon, girl. Way to go!
I was just watching and watching, and then you know how you get to the end of an episode and you're just like, oh man, I need to. I kind of want to. I need to know what happens. And
Yes.
so you just keep
Yes.
going.
It's like, oh, it stopped right there. There's one more, right? Yeah, there's one more. Let's start it up.
Right.
Yes.
And
yes.
then my other favorite would be actually it's a show called Natsume's Book of Friends. Natsume Yujincho. It's a really cute it kind of plays like a slice of life anime, except for the main character can see like yokai,
Okay.
I guess Japanese spirit creature thingies.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how that exactly translates, but it's a really cute show that is just about this character growing up and I guess learning to accept himself and his background, I guess. And his obviously supernatural kind of powers in that sense, and and also meet friends and feel accepted for who he is, even though he has some weird quirks, right? It's a super wholesome show. I love it. It's very how do I say it? It's very episodic in a way, because you kind of go through you meet a bunch of different yokai and and then eventually a pretty cool plot has been developing kind of in the latter seasons, so it's been really fun to follow. It has a lot of seasons. I think it has five. I want to say 5 or
That's not bad for a show.
yeah, it has a lot, and it's been an ongoing manga. Still even to this day, it's just a very slow updating one. It updates once every month or something like that.
Oh wow!
Every month. Yeah. So it's a bit slow of an update, but I also it's the only manga I actually collect too. So I have 25 odd volumes chilling actually right here next to my setup. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, folks. Demon Slayer, and what's that title again? It sounded very cool.
Natsume's Book of Friends.
Natsume's Book of Friends. So check those out on the Hoshi's recommendation, so you have something to talk about when you're next in her chat.
Woo! Yes, I'm always welcome to talking more about anime, manga, and stuff. I'm a super duper big anime nerd, so.
Awesome. Let's see. Let's acknowledge the chat a little bit, because I'm reading for Hoshi tonight. Tusk is laughing. Tusk knows how that goes, just constantly going. Tusk evidently finished part 7 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the manga, in 3 days.
Ooh. Oh my god!
In 3 days. Holy, my goodness.
We stand! Oh my god, that's crazy, but I love that.
Way to go, Tusk.
That's energy.
Yeah, that's commitment.
That's just powerful. Yeah, we're real. See, I actually... once again, I'm canceling myself on stream, but I have not actually seen JoJo yet. I know some of the memes.
Look, don't worry about it.
People.
You're not canceling anything here. Not on my show. You try to cancel... Look, I'm getting canceled first before you get canceled, okay? Don't worry about it, Hoshi. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, God. Yeah, so I've been meaning to watch it forever, and, I just haven't ended up watching it yet, but I need to. I want to. Plus, Jolene is beautiful buff woman, and I'm thank you for my life. We love to see it.
Jolene is awesome. She actually,
so cool.
I loved reading Stone Ocean. I read the manga first, and then watched the anime. But we only just started. I think it was this year or probably late last year. So no, we're still. When I say we're still new, I'm not talking the royal we. I'm not the regal like that. No, I'm talking me and my brother. We always enjoy entertainment together. So.
Ah, nice.
That's who the other is in this Jeep's we. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, okay. What game have you not played but most want to? It can be you haven't played it for years or just a day. What game are you most hyped to play? Not just stream, just play in general. Video game, but you have not played yet.
Oh, okay. You know what? Okay. It's gonna be. Wait, so sorry. One that I haven't played yet, right?
Yes, exactly. One you haven't played but are looking forward to. Which one would that be? The one you're most looking forward to.
And do you mean a game that's gonna be released or
is already out? It could be either. Whatever one you're most excited for and just you haven't played yet.
Oh man. Okay. Oh god. Starting to sweat a little bit here. I think. Oh well, one of them for sure that I've been wanting to play is actually. I've been wanting to play Shin Megami Tensei, like the first one, just like Shin Megami Tensei, the first one. Yeah, because
Shin
I
Megami
haven't played it.
Tensei. That's a
Yes,
classic.
I love SMT, but I haven't played the first one, so I'm like, ah, God, yeah, I'm a fraud, but I'm really excited. I really want to play it, and I think that I think that there's a lot of like, what do you call it? Those game simulator thingies that you can get on the computer now, where you can just like play old games on it. So that's kind of like what I want to look into, because I think that's a thing. I haven't fully looked into it yet, but that's why I haven't touched it yet. But I think I will, because I definitely don't have the like those super old consoles anymore.
Yeah.
Which is super sad, but
That's sad. That is sad.
yeah.
F's in the chat for the old consoles. Oh, the old consoles.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh man. Yeah.
Alright, so Shin Megami Tensei, that's the one. The first one. Folks, you probably, if you've never played that game, you've probably heard of it. That one's a classic. They've got plenty in the series. You know,
I'm familiar with Persona
Yes.
series from Shin Megami Tensei, yeah. And the Persona ones are like the spin-off of like the original like SMT games.
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll get to see like the demons and stuff, like same, or some of them at least, yeah.
More demons, and then slay them. You know, like Tanjiro.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, you gotta use them as your like Pokemon, basically. Like you get.
That's right.
Summon them
You can recruit
and, like,
them.
fight with them.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, I pay attention. I'm not totally out of the know. I have somebody in the knows. Anyway, next question.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Yes, Tuss says once you read the first part, you'll be addicted straight to JoJo. Understood. Yeah, no, that's pretty true. Once we finished the first part, I was very impressed with actually how it ended. So that's what really hooked me in the Bee. The Bee is my brother. He's literally just the Bee. That's just his name, the Bee. He's a phantom. He's a phantom capybara.
Ah, that's so cute. I love that.
Yes, I'll show you a picture of him during the break, because we'll take a break in between segments. All right, so
Yeah.
another question. Here we go. What has been one of your favorite streams on your channel, and why?
Oh, there's so many good. This could be any stream. I have a lot of fun. I usually have a lot of fun on stream in general.
Sure.
You know, the chat makes it fun, and friendos make it fun, and I think probably one of the more recent ones that have been pretty fun for me is Cooking Simulator.
Oh gosh.
It's been a lot of fun. So you know, when you're an idle Bunnuiy girl, you don't get a lot, home cooking time, right? I am a very special chef. I can make some very interesting dishes. I can unsoup your soup. If you want your soup unsouped, I'm your girl. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with that. I first played it at my recent debut stream, and the cringe was real. It was so good. It was so good. I could feel my chat literally cringing. I could feel it in their souls. And then I played it again to make a nice family dinner for I can't remember what I made it for. I think it was Family Day. I think it was Family Day in Canada. We have a holiday called Family Day. I think that's is it President's Day or something in the US? I'm not really sure. But anyway, I made a 5-course meal, and let's just say
there were zero foods on the 5 courses.
I'm gonna say that just people may have died in the making.
Oh my!
That meal, but it's okay. It was made with love, Sometimes you gotta eat your floor shrimp or do whatever you need to do.
If you're gonna go with love, I guess.
Right, exactly. And yeah, I'm really excited actually, because I actually have a stream. I have a collab tomorrow with Cooking Simulator. Me and a friend are gonna face off in a Cooking Simulator kind of challenge sort of thing.
I think I know who you're talking about. That wouldn't happen to be a certain Takabayashi Grit, would it?
Yeah, it's Grit. It's your boy Grit.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna see how that goes. It's gonna be a very interesting collab. See, I'm expecting like Grit's gonna come out here like you know, Gordon Ramsay, and I'll be like Gordon Ramsay but different, but special, you know. Gordon Ramsay with a homemade touch.
Yeah, it's a homie Gordon Ramsay. This one will use his indoor voice.
Yes, exactly. Well, actually, I don't know. I scream a lot in the kitchen, so.
Oh. No, but that is your indoor voice, because it's the kitchen. Get the fuck out of my kitchen kind of stuff.
There you go. Exactly.
Raph the Genius says, 5 courses, need sacrifices.
Yes. there was a lot that happened, but I actually that reminds me I should eventually upload my VODs to YouTube or something, because once they're gone from Twitch, it's just gone.
Yeah. What's good to do if you want to just keep them safe forever, what I like to do is when you just go to highlight them, just highlight the entire VOD, and the highlight stays forever, even if you lose the past VOD.
Yeah. I've definitely I really like that feature. I'm worried that I'll end up running out of space, so I've just kind of saved them as I've like streamed, and then hope for the best. It's just a matter of getting my butt off the ground to upload the thing.
Yeah, the like I said, the startup, getting started. I wouldn't worry too much about running out of space. I've saved 900 plus videos, so I still have more.
Ooh, that's crazy! Oh my god, that's a lot of highlights. That's awesome.
Yeah, I work hard for my highlights because these shows I run, right? There's like they each have many segments, so I like to chop them up and throw them over on YouTube, and that's where they're all archived in pieces. So.
Naruhodo, I see. That's awesome though. I can definitely feel like the Twitch servers, it's like 90% of your videos and then like 10% of everyone else.
That's how I'm gonna make it. I just gotta spam the world with Jeepness. It's just that simple.
I believe it. I believe in you. You can do it. You can take over the world. And just remember the little people when you take over the world.
Don't worry, I can't forget about the little people because they're part of my world. Anyway.
Yes. I see what you did there.
That was good. I like your timing and your delivery. Very good. Very nice. So there you go, folks. The cooking sim. And I did see some of that cooking. I remember when you sent a plate with nothing on it. So I was there for that.
Oh, yeah.
I was there for that one. Yeah, there was really literally orders up, and then she sent an empty plate. So the plate was the food. That would definitely cut up some arteries and whatnot if the person really was going to eat that. If that person was starving, Hoshi, yeah, you killed that person.
See, now to my credit, I didn't send the broken plate. See, there's 2 plates there. There was one that I accidentally broke with the food on it, and then there was the empty plate that I was trying to put down next to it all nicely, you know, so I can properly present it to the people, and then you know.
then it happened, yeah.
You get left meat none pizza, you know. Yeah. It do be like that.
Yeah, you know, I will give you that. Giving them not a broken plate, if it breaks, it's on them for biting into it. So.
Exactly. No problems. You just have to get steel teeth. It's fine.
Yeah, be like Jaws from 007. Let's see here. Raph the Genius says, "Can I hear Hoshi's funniest joke? She has a lot of humor." Ooh.
Oh,
you got one?
I don't think I have any impromptu like jokes that I can pull out. Like I feel like see, the joke that I'm most proud of is after the new year, when I tell people I haven't seen them for like a whole year.
Sure.
I'm that person that
oh no.
That joke. It's the only joke that I'm like, yeah, I got it. I'm so funny.
Raph is like, oh no, one of those.
I am one of those. Beware.
I'll take it. You know, you gotta be brave to be one of those, you know, or really, or you know, or foolish. Either way, it's fun.
It sort of is like, I don't know. I don't actually know how to describe my humor. It's very like, I don't know. It's not quite dad humor, but it's getting there. It's like I don't know, uncle humor, like bad uncle. No, auntie humor. Maybe it's auntie.
Yes,
like
aunt humor.
You know? Yes.
I like those. To me, those are fun. The ones that make people cringe. I'm like, oh, those are hilarious. That's part of the reason why they're funny. Right? The cringe is part of the fun.
Right. Don't kill the cringe. Just kill the part of you that cringes. I am a full believer of that.
There you go. Raph is helping you out here. Raph has a joke for you. Since you clearly need help, use my go-to joke. Why did the blind man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see that well. That's a good one, Raph. I like that one.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. Oh, the poor man.
Poor blind.
Can't see well.
Couldn't see that well, but he probably could see some other wells.
Yeah. That's a loophole, right? That's a loophole.
Yeah, so it's a one-time thing, it's just like that well got the better of him. It was probably one of them extra small ones, the miniaturized wells.
Just that well. Just that well.
Yeah, just that one. Let's see now. So, no, that's that. Okie dokie. So we have. Well, what do you know? Wait, hold on. I gotta see if we ran through all my questions. Oh shit! Hold on a second here. This is not looking very professional here, Jeep. What are you thinking, man? All right. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a classic. Okay, so we understand you crammed all the pink and the awesomeness. Probably you're a fan of rabbits too. But
Yes.
what else? Essentially, this question is what really inspired your design? Like all of the choices, where all the inspirations come from?
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, it first started with a simple pickaroo. That usually is like, the thing is, the picker didn't have bunny ears, it didn't have like hair accessories, or like the little hair highlights that I have in my hair. It kind of just started out as a generic like pink girl.
Oh.
And then yeah, I just was like, it started out as a generic pink girl with like shorter hair. Actually, I fiddled with the idea of like a long-haired Hoshi at one point, but then I was like, no, like I think I kind of like the short hair is kind of cute, it's kind of like fluffy and bouncy, so I kind of went with that. And I think, let me see, how I came up with it. Well, I guess like just if you look at my outfit in general, it like kind of looks idly, but it kind of doesn't. And that's because I took some parts of like just like some like Chinese cultural thingies and kind of shoved it into the idol look, and
I can see it. Oh, definitely, I can definitely see the Chinese being carried off right there, like the little like necklace medallion you got going right there.
Hell yeah, the little knots and the tassels and the and like the neckline and stuff. Yeah, so it kind of became like sort of like, what do you call it, like a Frankenstein of like idol do. Like a little bit of Chinese culture in there. We like stars and like stuff like that. And and of course Bunnuiy.
Yes,
and,
Bunnuiy. I love that pronunciation. I never heard it until you. Did you come up with that yourself, Bunnuiy?
No, I think other people. I think it's like from a meme or something. Like
oh.
But now that I said it, I basically say it unironically now. This is what happens with everything for me. So I used to never say Pog, and I started watching a Nichi Sanji En boy who says Pog a lot. He says Pog like every 2 seconds. Luca Kaneshiro says Pog like a million times. I really someday want to see a compilation of all the times he's ever said Pog. It would be like a whole like 500-hour movie.
If that's a drinking game, every time he says Pog, everyone's gonna pass out.
Yeah, we're gonna straight up be just knocked out. We're gonna have some like alcohol poisoning up in there. Like, yeah, it's a lot. And so now sometimes a Pog will slip, and I noticed that like in my debut stream I say Pog, and then I realized, oh god, watch me go to a serious work meeting one day, and then someone will say something good, and I'll be like Pog. And I'll never be able to show my face there ever again. I'll have to just leave. I'll have to leave the agency. I'll just have to escort myself out.
Oh no! We don't want that just because you're saying Pog. Come on, folks. Get with the times. Just join a chat. Join any chat where there's a game, and you'll see a Pog there. Play of the game.
There's a lot of Pogs out there in the world. You know?
There are.
There's a lot of Pogs.
Anyone here familiar with the classic Pog game where you just slap the Pog on another Pog and flip them over?
Yo, the Pog game. Oh my god, the Pog. I haven't thought about that in a million years. Oh my god.
I'm glad this old fella can bring it up. The old times to reminiscing with.
Don't worry, we're literally just two grandpas up in this show right now. So now you'll know.
Back in my day, they didn't call it LOL. They called it laugh out loud.
Oh god. Too real, too real. Yeah, I'm like shaking my cane here, like just having a good old time. Just having a good old time.
I remember when birds used to tweet, and that didn't mean a whole social problem.
And they weren't blue.
Yeah.
They weren't blue.
It was just telling me nature's still at work, not that online crap. Oh, Hoshi, this takes me back. How's your back doing?
Oh my.
The arthritis doing okay? Okay, I'm just running with a bit of it. Sorry.
Nah, I'm like, nah, my back not okay. My back not okay. It's like I'm like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but like extra hunched over, like triple hunched over. You just can't tell, like, you know. See, there's a reason why this Bunnuiy has a corset. It's to keep me upright and straight.
For posture reasons, folks. She's looking to the future. She can't do it herself. She needs fashion work. Fashion to help.
Exactly.
Fashionable assistance.
Two birds, one stone.
Yes.
Fashion and also the less breaking of my back, which is always pretty poggers.
Nice.
There it is. There it is.
There it is, folks. There's the poggers right there. Take a drink. You got any drinks around you? Let's see here. Raph says, yeah, back in Jeep's day, and Raph has been saying pog. Yeah. Raph's been saying pog a lot too. Is that because of Hoshi? Were you influenced by Hoshi there, Raph? Did Hoshi get to you?
The pog is contagious. I will have to say, it is contagious. It's like a disease you can never recover from. It's what would you call that? Pogitis.
Pogitis, yes.
Pogitis.
That's good. Pogitis. Pogitis. Nice thinking. That's a good thing on your feet, my friend. Pogitis, folks. That's what we got here. Raph says, I be saying poggers, and my friends that don't watch Twitch be staring at me so weird.
Yeah, that's real. Some of my IRL friends commented, they're like, you say pog a lot now. And I'm like, look, I can't explain, I swear. And they're like, yeah, you kind of talk like a streamer. And I was like,
I take it the secret's not out yet for some of them.
Some of them know, and have played with me on stream, and some of them,
nice.
Some of them also do not know because they never need to know. It's like, so how did you spend your Saturday? I was a Bunnuiy idol VTuber girl. Which is there's nothing wrong with, by the way. There's nothing wrong with being a VTuber. I just oh god, I perish.
To those of you who will never find out, there's a reason.
Yes.
This Bunnuiy is keeping among a certain circle of friends, including the one who inspired her. Hey,
I say too many sussy things to have this public knowledge to the world, you know?
Well, it is public to the world, but I don't mean public to the inner world of Hoshi IRL.
Yes.
Speaking of Hoshi IRL, would it be okay for me to shout out your VTuber friend, or no? You want to keep that kind of a secret between you two, like who she is?
No. Valtzy is you know, like we've like done some collabs on our stream before, but yeah, it's a Valtzy. It's like Vaults, like, you know, when you're in jail, you're in a, well, not in jail, when your money's in jail.
Okay, Vaults.
Valtzy with an IE.
All right, Vaults. You know what? Can you spell that for me? I want to make sure I do that right, because.
Oh yeah. I'll type it in Discord if that's okay. Actually.
Yeah. DM it to me. Let's give a shout out to the person who inspired Hoshi IRL, and then we're gonna move on to another segment, folks. That'll wrap up the corner right here. Let's just give a little shout out to this individual right now. There we go.
So yes. Valtzy is very cool. Dragon VTuber. And I think, yeah, like generally she streams a lot of variety. Like, so I know she's playing Pokemon right now. She does play a lot of Final Fantasy 14, but I don't know if she's still playing that on stream. And a lot of different games, so it's pretty fun. Sometimes she voices acts the characters, and it's adorable.
Nice.
But yeah, it's always a good time there. I definitely recommend checking them out. She plays what's this game called? Identity V on Monday with do you know Girl DM?
Afraid not, but definitely go check out.
She's really cute green cat girl. I think she's like I noticed that some people seem to know her like relatively well. I think she has like a lot of followers and stuff. So
oh wow.
So they tend to play this, like, it's basically Dead by Daylight, but it's Identity V characters. It's like more of a cartoony style. Yeah, but it's really cool. It's really fun to see them play and stuff. So yeah.
So Valtzy plays with the green-haired VTuber?
Yes.
Oh, nice. All right, well, drop the name in the DM here. Let's shout out that individual as well. Let's go. Let's
Yes.
let's talk him up here.
Okay, girl underscore DM. See, I actually haven't met. Oh, it does. Oh, this does a weird. Okay, sorry. Maybe do this without the dot. Oh, wait, no.
Well, I'm sorry.
There we go. Okay, you split it into two.
There we go.
Good
Okay.
work.
Gotcha. All right, we're doing one more shout. We're doing another shout out here, folks. Shout out for
DM.
girl.dm. Yeah?
Oh, underscore DM underscore.
Oh.
Yes.
Underscore DM.
Sorry, I was fumbling with my keyboard. I was like, oh god.
There we go. There's a shout out. There's the individual right there.
Yeah.
All right, so check them out, folks. And once again, folks, this is Hoshi. We're not going anywhere. Hoshi. Oh, hold on. It says here that I got 4 DMs from you. Okay, there we go. All right, so our other guest for the Pokemon game is running a little late, so about 15 to 20 minutes late. So we're going to start that. Let's see here. Currently, it's going to be 9:15 your time when she's ready to go. So I know where we can go. We can go to our Shakespeare corner in the meantime. That won't run too long, and then that'll be plenty of time. And by the time she gets here, we'll be good to go. So, folks, Hoshi and I are going to perform a little bit of Shakespeare for you.
Woo! Let's go. And now let's see. Let me just make sure I also open that up.
Yes, don't wait. We're just gonna take a 3 to 5 minute intermission to get everything set up. We'll be good to go, and then when we come back after Shakespeare, we're going into the Pokemon game. Folks, stick around for that. Another good pal will be coming along. So let me just go to the standby screen real quick here.
See you guys soon.
Yep, see you in very soon, folks. Very soon, literally 5 minutes at the most. Please stick around for this. You're gonna want to see Hoshi perform her Shakespeare on. Okay. a cat of a different Folks, we are back. Hoshi and I are ready for some Shakespeare. Let's go! Okay, whoa, Jeep, don't go there. Don't get away from there. There we go.
Uh-oh.
My mistake. Okay, alright. So, today's Shakespeare rendition is going to be Much Ado About Nothing. Much Ado About Nothing, folks. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that one. It's a fabulous play. Well, pretty much all Shakespeare are fabulous, but this is very fun. So, I unfortunately did not get my my reading screen up yet. Yeah, amateur mistake there.
Gamba. No. It's all part of the experience. See, this is like I am always like 1000% scuffed. So I'm just like, yeah, this is like, you know, this is just part of the VTuber experience.
There you go.
If you don't have scuff, are you truly a VTuber? You gotta think about it.
Good point. Are we a VTuber without the scuff? All right,
yeah,
so.
I have to tell.
Oh no! I was going to introduce the audience that you'll be playing the wonderful Beatrice, and I will be playing Don Pedro. And also Hoshi will be playing multiple characters. She'll also be playing the foolish and hilarious Claudio. So, for this scene we have all set right here. It's essentially a talk. Let me set you what's happening here, folks. So what's happening here is that Benedict, the one who loves Beatrice, and Beatrice loves him, but they're not admitting it. They're just too smart for that, and they're kind of very bitter people, and they're very witty. And she just insulted him in a way and sent him on his merry little way. And here she explains why to Don Pedro, and Don Pedro is the prince. So you know. You got to talk to the prince when he asks a question, but he's just a genuinely jolly guy. So I'll be Don Pedro, and Hoshi is Beatrice.
Woo-hoo.
And yeah, that's the scene. And then the other characters will come in as it goes along. So I will also be playing Leonato, the older man who is the father to the daughter who's going to marry Claudio, the character that Hoshi is playing. It's a whole complication. Just follow along with the performances and enjoy, folks. All right. Let's get some Shakespeare running, shall we?
Let's go.
Okay. Don Pedro says this to Beatrice. Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
He said come.
This is not the internet, this is Shakespeare. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's start over. Wait, from the top, people. All right, let's get our comes out. We're coming out. The comes out. We're okay. Now we're coming to a conclusion here.
and then the guy's name is Signor Benedict. Sorry, I laughed. I first saw this. I laughed about it for like 10 minutes, and now I'm doing it again.
You know, Shakespeare was not beyond his innuendos, so don't worry about it. I'm sure he'd appreciate this.
A man of culture.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
From the top, here we go again. Let's see. Don't worry about laughing. Just do your best, my friend. All right, here we go. Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He lent it me a while ago, and I gave him use for it, a double heart for a single one. Marry, once before he won it of me with false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Oh. Why, how now, Count? Wherefore? Are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then? Sick?
Neither, my lord. The Count is neither sad nor sick, nor merry nor well, but civil Count, civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
In faith, lady, I think you're blazing to be true, though I'll be sworn, if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy. Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and all grace say, Amen to it.
Speak, Count. Tis your cue. Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy, if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself for you, and dote upon the exchange. Oh! Speak, cousin! Or, if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let not him speak neither.
Okay, now right here is I don't have a hero, so Claudio and Hero are kissing off screen. And now, back to Don Pedro. Choo-choo! In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yeah, my lord. I think it, poor fool. It keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart. And... and so she doth, cousin. Good lord, for alliance. Thus goes everyone to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I would rather have one of your father's getting. Hath your grace ne'er a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands, if a maid could come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord. Unless I might have another working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me, and to be merry best becomes you. For out of question you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my lord. My mother cried, but then there was a star dance. And under that I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Beatrice leaves. Niece, will you look to those things I told you of? Oh no, now it's this way.
Bleh.
Sorry, niece, will you look to those things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle, by your grace's pardon.
And she steps away. And scene! Woo! Hey, you're pretty good at Shakespeare, Hoshi! Despite the...
Yeah, you did too! You got the accent going. I was like, oh man, should I... But I gotta tell you, I do a very, very bad sort of like accent. You should hear me try to do a British British accent.
British accent.
British accent.
I don't want to really hurt. I'll tell you what, this is the best British accent. You know, I can do a British accent like this, my lord. I can talk like that.
Oh my god, beauty! That was a beauty.
That's the best I got. I apologise to any official British to my own kind.
Would you like a bottle of water? Bottle of water.
Let's give it to Leonardo there. There you go. Oh, that was so awesome you doing, Claudia. Thank you for doing the Shakespeare corner with me, Hoshi. Woohoo!
Thank you for putting this together. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I'm just happy to do Shakespeare. Let's put it that way. I love Shakespeare, so this is awesome. Folks, give it up for Hoshi for that performance. Woohoo! Thank you for the clap, Raph. Yes.
And also to you as well, my friend.
Yeah! Woohoo! Jeep claps as well. Thank you, Raph. Yes, also to see. Nice claps. And Raph says, "Thank you, Hoshi." Okay, let me take a look at a quick look at our lineup, because that went by faster than I expected, and we need to kill some time right now before the Pokemon game in an hour. So let's see here.
Yes.
Okay. Hoshi, would you be up for doing the Celebration Appreciation Corner now?
Oh, yes, let's go.
Okay, yeah, we got plenty of time, so yes, talk it up. All right, here we go, folks. Hoshi's going to talk about a work of entertainment that she enjoys. I will explain the rules once we get there. Yes, there are rules. I'm a very protective fellow of entertainment, and you're about to find out. Okay, so there's no need to take a break this time. We'll just go right to it.
Okay.
All right, let me move out of your way. Whoa, no.
Hey, yo.
There we go. All right. So, celebration appreciation, folks. It's exactly what it sounds like. That's all we do here. My guest here is going to talk about a work of entertainment that she enjoys. She wants to tell you all about. And the rules are simple. You must love it as well. If you have a problem with it, keep that to yourself. You're not allowed to talk down anything here. It's called celebration appreciation, not tear apart and rant. Okay? So... That's what
I'm sure your folks are fine. We'll do great. It'll be great.
So what she's gonna, I don't know what she's gonna talk about, but that's pretty much a simple thing here. So, thank you, Raph.
Right.
Raph says I appreciate you guys so much. That's really nice, Raph.
Aw, we appreciate you. Thanks for sticking around and for listening to us turn into Shakespeare.
Yes, for a spell. I gotta admit, Hoshi, your laughter was killing me.
Oh god, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I was like, oh god, I gotta go deep for Claudio. Gotta really like dig deep, you know?
Yeah, you gotta dig deeper, as they say sometimes. Alright, folks.
You gotta go all in.
Yes. And speaking of all in, folks, we're all in for the celebration. Here's a work of entertainment that Hoshi wants to talk about. Today's celebration appreciation is... Idolish 7! Woo! All right, run us through this one, Hoshi. Why do you love it? How'd you get first discovered? Let's start with that. How you first discovered it, and then why it hooked you, and explain to us why this is awesome.
Okay, well, let me. How do this? Let's see. If we're going back to the very beginning, so okay, this is a series called Idolish 7. Let me give you some context to what it is. So it is. Well, first and foremost, it is a game. It's also an anime now. That is about, as you could probably guess, it's about idols, but they're male idols, and there may or may not be 7 of them in the main group. But anyway, now Oh man, I got into it back in, oh boy, I think it was January 2019. I remember this specifically because I happened to join, like, essentially get the game. It's on phone. It's like a mobile game, like
Okay.
on Android and iOS. So it's super easy to play. But basically, what happened was that I've always liked idols. I've always liked idols, like, like I was into K-pop for a while. I was into like Japanese idols, and then like anime, and then I basically, so how I read Natsume's Book of Friends, right?
Yes.
That series is published in this manga book, kind of like how there's Shonen Jump for like shonen manga. There's like a one for like shoujo anime too, and there was an
Nice.
like an ad for Eilish 7, and the art was drawn by Arina Tanamura. I'm not sure how familiar you guys would with her, but she draws a lot of like shoujo manga stuff. She's super famous for her like art style, because she wrote Full Moon Osaga Shite, which is like a really old school like classic like shoujo shoujo manga. You can guess it's about an idol. It's about a little girl who wants to be an idol, and she's sick and stuff. Anyway, that's a whole different series. But she's a very distinct
creator
art style.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
distinct art style. Okay, nice.
Yes. She has a very distinct art style. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And like, oh, like this like idol boy is really pretty. So like, let's check it out. And that was the beginning of long down the rabbit hole.
That was the start.
So that was the start. So I downloaded the game. At this point in time, I believe that there were not a lot of English translations because it's still fairly new. It came out in 2018, like in August.
Oh wow, so just a year before you got into it.
Yes, exactly. Well, yeah, just like a handful of months before even. So it was Ooh, sorry, my webcam is doing its own thing here. Okay, there we go. There.
Nice.
Everything.
Oh, I want to acknowledge one thing from chat. Tusk says something really sweet. I don't appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you, Tusk.
Oh no, we love you.
Uno reverse. No, you.
Right. Yeah, always.
And Raph just says Idol is 7, and Raph is talking about so much knowledge you have, Koshi. All right, continue. So it came out in 2018, and that's where you started.
And then I started in January 2019, and I remember because there was a certain event that was happening. Oh man, I wish actually I could slideshow you some of these images because they're kind of hilarious. But there was an event for one of the groups in this series, not Eilish 7, but one of their rival, I guess, quote unquote rival group called Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the character you could get basically you collect cards in this game, so you can like play the rhythm game. You get cards of boys and all that stuff.
Sure.
So kind of like Love Live in that sense. If you guys are familiar with Love Live at all, like as a rhythm game.
I am. I'm familiar with it.
Sorry?
I'm familiar with Love Live. Yes.
Nice. Yeah. So very, very like similar kind of game setup and play style and things like that. And so that character that had that really pretty art of was one of the characters you could get in that event. So I was like, okay, this is my time. The event was still ongoing. I was like, okay, it ends in like a couple days, so I really need to grind if I want to get this card. I stayed up. Oh god, it was like a blur. It was an absolute blur. I think I was still an undergrad at that time, so I could do this. Where
real quick, Uwoos, thank you for the follow, Uwoos. Thank you.
Hello. Woo!
Uwoos.
Let's go.
All right, you were an undergrad at the time. You're like, this is my time. Let's go. Go on.
So I just like grinded that game for a handful of days until the event ended, and I got the card. I was like, it was like my proudest shining moment ever, because I was like, it was a ranking one, so I was like, wait, like a new player like me could like get this card of this pretty boy that I saw in this manga thing, and I was like,
for real?
But we did, yeah.
Whoa! Okay, now that's a pog for there. Hello, Uwu. Welcome to that pog right.
Like, woo! Yeah, we were pogging. Anyway, so that was the beginnings of my descent into hell. But anyway, so that's how I got into it. That was the beginning. It was a very like crazy beginning. I will say that. It was like 1 minute I was just a regular old Bunnuiy girl who liked anime, and then the next I was like, I don't know what happened, but I have this boy, and I'm really obsessed with this game right now.
is the boy present here in this image I got here, or?
Wait. Let me actually see, because I closed up the
Oh, that's right. You have to close it up. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
But well, let me see if I can reopen it without too much lag.
Also, welcome, Hound. Nice to see you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the GEEP Variety Show. We are right now talking about Idolish 7, Hoshi's love of this wonderful game, anime series. It's got the whole mix.
Hell yeah. Oh, wait, okay, I'm just opening up your stream right now. And so, okay, so he's actually not in this picture.
Aw,
if you
dang.
want, I can send you a photo.
Sure. Do you want me to share it here on stream? Or
yeah, sure. Let me find you a. It's only slightly sussy. Everyone's fully clothed. It's just a little bit.
Well, it wouldn't be any fun. It wouldn't be fun if they were completely clothed. I mean, come on.
Right? Well, see, the thing is, the game is like, okay, ages 3 and up. I'm like, cool. Yeah, that totally makes sense. You know what? It's ages 3 and up. But then I saw
undergrad. It's the new 3 and up.
You're right. Well, then I saw the image and I was like, I don't know, guys. This is a little bit
sussy.
Yeah, bit fussy. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a nice big picture for you. Open a new tab. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna copy and paste this into Discord for you, and
yeah, just do that. Don't worry, I can take it right from Discord, and then you can close it again, and that way your internet's all working good again. Ah, delightful. Ah, so this is for 3 and up. I see.
Yes, ages 3 and up. They were like, yes, this is definitely the content for you. Anyway,
there it is,
the
folks.
I saw is the character in the middle. His name is Ten. And anyway, yeah. So they're one of the main rival groups, and I was just like, this is ages 3 and up. Legit. I believe it. I 100% believe it. I was like, yeah, that's some chain action they've got going on there.
Yep. Oh, hold on. The image just disappeared real quickly. Hold on, I gotta get it.
Ooh. Your Twitch was like, I cannot have this.
There you go. Now I got it. Here we go. So here you go. So there you go, folks. There it is. There you go. There's the image.
It's a little sussy, but it's just a couple bros hugging each other while while one of them is chained up. It's all good.
Hound is wondering if it's BL. I don't think it's boy love. So
it's actually not. It's actually it's very interesting because that's what I was expecting too. Now, one of my things about it was going in. I was like, okay, my expectation was like Udapri. This is another adult anime, but it's very like. Okay, no, there's a couple different ways I can put this. Okay, there's a couple different expectations you might have going. You're like, okay, either they are all like, the balls are touching, or all the guys are in love with the main character, right? And usually that's like what people expect with like kind of like a quote unquote idol anime.
Mm-hmm.
But then it ended up being neither, which is kind of interesting. So, they have these things in games to get the character, like to get to know the characters better, called they're called rabbit chats, and it's basically just like sort of like a DM. Basically, so what happens in those is like when you get the cards, you can level them up and you get these like little conversations, and it's like you text them and all that. And so at first it started out like I find the early cards are very much like, oh, like you're the manager and you're talking to these boys, and it's like, oh, like, we're gonna date them and stuff. And that's kind of I think that's the initial like way that they started off the series. But then they actually moved away from that and kind of went to more like it focused more on like the relationships with everybody, versus just like you dating them or them dating each other. It sort of ended ash of that, which is kind of cool. So
Nice.
it's not a BL, yeah, but it does have some. You can ship it though. I gotta tell you, I do ship some of them. So I'm saying it is all up to fully interpretation. You know.
Yeah.
That's the fun in that. That's the fun with that.
So that was the card up there. That picture right there was the one that got you hooked, and then it was onward with this game.
Well, this is actually just a manga cover for recent days, but the card, I think the card is also kind of, let's see if I can actually find it, because I actually don't quite remember which card.
Hound is thinking, oh, so this is like a reverse Harem. Well, like Hoshi said, it wasn't really like that. It was just kind of cool character development stuff.
Yeah, like, so it kind of, like, at first I was like, maybe it is, but then they kind of went away from that, which I found really interesting. I was like, oh, that's different, right?
Gotta appreciate the differences, even the little subtle ones.
Yeah, and I was very surprised. I wasn't expecting that too. I was just like, oh, like if it's an idol series, that's usually the expectation for, like, from maybe perhaps idol animes that you've seen before.
Right. I've seen Love Live. I don't remember it happening in that one though.
Yes, and Love Live is definitely more. I think it was more about friendship.
Yeah.
Than anything. It was
sisterhood, kind of bonding like that, and just being an idol group together for as long as it lasts, kind of thing.
Yeah. Now I think it was this. Oh, it was this.
Did you hear that?
Oh, no. It's a little. Okay, it's a little bit. There's a little more skin showing here, but I will.
Bring it on. This is my show. Don't worry about it. Remember, I'm getting canceled first before my guest.
If it helps you anything, there's no butt cracks or anything. If that makes you any more reassured.
I'm fine, Hoshi. Trust me. Plenty of yabai things have happened on this show. Don't worry about it. I can take it.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. That's nice. That's cute.
Anyway, I was just like, yes. Give that shit to me. Come home to mommy. Anyway, so
here you go, folks. Here's the yes picture right here. Boom.
Anyway, it also probably doesn't help that his main color is pink, so I was immediately like, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Pink boy. Yes.
Pink exactly. Sold.
Right. That is one easy way to get me. Like, if you need to sell me anything, if it comes in pink, I'm like, okay, yes. Yes, the answer is always yes.
Indeed, Raph. Wow, that's a picture monk-ass.
Monk.
All right, I'm gonna put this.
Yeah.
Hoshi, I'm gonna place this picture right above your little head. So there you go.
Nice. There you go. That's the one brainworm that I needed to get me into the series.
Continue on. What else about this thing? Like, just you love about it? Give us some more.
Oh, yes. Don't worry, I'm just getting started.
Excellent. We got time. Go ahead.
I can give you a lot of information. Let me go through some highlights, I guess.
Yes, please.
Of what I loved about it. So, what was really interesting is that the game is fully voiced.
Whoa.
So, essentially, what that means is, you know how sometimes in mobile games you get kind of I guess when the text comes up, it doesn't necessarily voice it. You just kind of read it. And
yeah, sure. That's familiar. Yeah, the text pops up. No voice acting. They don't always voice act. So there's full voice acting in this game.
Yeah, and I know there's some idol games. A lot of them do the thing where they they say a grunt or like a little line, but they don't say the actual what you're reading.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah. So it's further voiced beyond that, where they actually just say the lines and stuff, which is super cool. I was like, oh my god, this is kind of premium.
It's Pog.
I feel like I was getting, it's very Poggers. And so I was like, okay, this is the premium experience. Nice. And it kind of goes back to how that it didn't end up being a reverse harem. It kind of was it was kind of fun actually, because the manager girl that you are in the game, she kind of sets that boundary pretty fast, where she's like, no way, I would never actually date any of my my idol people or another agency's idol either. And which was this is a hot take. This never happens, right? Usually it's oh my god, but she was very good about that. She's super duper, she's just this girl trying to you know, get her professional career going, and like she works at a company called Takanashi Productions, which is her dad's company. So she starts there, and so she's like, yeah, like I want to do this all right. Like I want to like, be a professional and not just like basically I have this job because it's my dad's company, right? So,
yeah. It's not about nepotism here. I'm a professional. I can do this.
Right, right. And I was like very touched by that, because usually I don't end up liking like protagonists of a lot of like kind of like idol themed games or things like that, or like games that are I guess like what you call cater towards women. That's like the quote unquote the way they phrase like what they call like a josei muke game, which is what this would be technically, because it's like a, you know, idol men series, which is geared towards women, right?
Sure.
Quote unquote. I hate that they describe it that way, but it's like, so which is why I use the quotes. But yeah, basically like the series kind of they do a lot of really fun like marketing things with it. Like there's a guy who works at the office in Idol 7 who manages quote unquote the Twitter, so his face is on the Twitter icon. He's like managing it, and they do like some fun like in person like IRL campaigns where they sort of do like they've done things where basically they've like been like, oh, like they do art of the characters like going to this ramen place or something, or this so and so place, and it'll sort of be like a marketing thing for both of the places, like both the place and
the so you mean like there's like a ramen shop that actually exists and they put it in the game and they have their game characters interact with it, kind of like that?
Actually, it's kind of the other way around, where it's a real place that exists, and so like the place will actually, like, you know, for example, there's one place that they put up like the signatures in like a frame at the actual restaurant, and it's like, oh, and like it's like the characters went to that restaurant almost. Like it's kind of like,
oh,
yeah,
that's
it's
neat.
really like, whoa, right? I thought it was so neat. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And like obviously it's not like it's not like Love Live has done similar things in the past too, but I thought it was really cool that like I've just never seen like a lot of like male idol series do that before, so that was kind of my first like wow, it's so cool.
It is cool. The first time with anything in any medium, it's like, hey, I didn't know they did that. Neat.
Right? Yeah, it's super cool. And the game itself has a lot of like they actually have a really good like continuity. So the storytelling is nice in that sense. Like
so they maintain the canon pretty well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So
nice.
there's not a lot of like, oh, like why is it like this? The only one thing about the game is that so there's only one game continuity thing that I will say is a little weird. Is it's the so the characters, there's two characters in Idol 7 who are 17, so they're in high school and they never leave high school. So that's the one thing. They celebrate their birthdays, they do the whole shebang, their anniversary, all the things. They just never leave high school. They're just perpetually in high school, which you know, for one continuity thing, I was like, you know what, I'm okay with that. Kind of funny. It became a meme. Just like, yeah.
You know, we'll let this one slide. It's kind of funny. It's the fantasy part. Being an idol keeps you young forever.
Yes, right. Imagine the idol juice like keeps you young. And it's just super funny because it's like, oh yeah, this character is like known for being this like super like high school student who's like very perfectionist, and I'm like, oh man, you guys are here forever, but that's okay. You know, we're okay with that. It's just two of you guys anyway.
Yeah. If it was all 7, there's something else behind the scenes happening here. This is like an isekai or a fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be a little weird, but then we were like, yeah, it's just two of y'all. You keep going to school, dude. Stay in school, kids. I think maybe that's the point we're gonna do
your thing. Do your thing in school. Alright, so we got the cool IRL stuff. We got the 2 eternal high schoolians. What else you got for us, Hoshi? Come on, this is awesome. I love hearing you talk about this. You clearly love it, so this is great.
Oh yeah. I don't worry. I'm just getting started. I'm like, I've got some like little notes, like little things. And
oh, delightful. You got notes? Oh, that I think.
On, like, yeah.
I think you're the first one to have notes about this. I love it. Go on.
I may or may not be as well, so I'll tell you now. So to get to like the story bit, so I know it has a story, which is crazy.
It does. It's got gameplay, it's got a story, it's got high school students. Go on. I'm sorry, my friend. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're all good. And I think so what it usually is, I find like typical like idol series are usually very much like, okay, these idols are trying to become famous and like all this big bad group is gonna get in their way and oh no, and that's the conflict and that's the end.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of ongoing. So they start off the series with like basically in Japan there's this really hardcore idol guy who made idols popular in Japan. And he was like doing the idol thing for a couple years and then completely like something happened and he completely just like left the entertainment industry and just like nobody knows what happened to him.
Oh.
And the story starts 10 years after this, so idols are still big now, but that's kind of 10 years after that, that's when you kind of like get to the story and Idolish 7 is becoming Idolish 7 as a group. So that's kind of ramping up from that. And the rival group that I mentioned, Trigger, they're the one that has the sussy photo that I sent you with the chain.
That's Trigger. That's Trigger. That's right.
Yes. They debuted, I believe, like 3 years before Idolish 7. So
okay.
So
they're the senpai.
Yes, exactly. They're senpai. 3 years before the game starts, that's when they debuted and were like, yeah, idols and stuff. And so yeah, it kind of starts off like you're like, oh man, this is gonna be stereotypical, like, oh, they're gonna hate each other and stuff. But it's kind of cool because they start off kind of like that, where it's like, oh man, like look at this other group, there's tension, all this stuff. But then they actually become senpai, which is awesome. They start off a little rocky at the beginning because their management, their CEOs kind of have a little bit of a feud going on.
Oh.
Their own personal feud, though, not an industry feud.
Oh, I see.
More of a personal feud. And I don't know if I want to spoil that or not necessarily. It's not a huge spoiler. But basically that's kind of how that starts. And then eventually, well, one of the guys in the group, actually, do you still have that photo up, by the way, the chains?
Oh, yeah. The chains are floating right above my head.
Okay, good. The guy on the left, the silver-haired guy there.
All the way to the left, not the one in the middle. The one left.
Yes. He, his name is Gaku, and he's the leader of this group.
Okay.
Basically, he's actually the son of the CEO of the company that he's in, called Yaotomi Productions, which makes it easy because it's just like last name. Okay, yeah, easy. And he basically is actually the first one to be like, actually, I kind of want to cheer these guys on, like these Idol 7 people. Like my dad might not like them, but I kind of think that they're poggers. They're kind of poggers. And so he's kind of the first to like secretly root them on, like cheer them on, and like which is kind of cool. I was like, yeah, they're gonna be bros. Like we're gonna do this thing. And I probably could drop this as a slight spoiler because you find out very early in the game.
Sure, go on.
The red boy in the big group picture of Idol 7 is twin brothers of the guy in the middle who's all chained up.
They're twins. There you go.
They're twins, but they weren't on speaking terms at the beginning of the series. They were not like
cool.
they don't live together as a family. They were not speaking together.
I can see they both like being in the middle of the group. That they got that in common.
Yup. One might enjoy than the other, but
anyway, okay, so they're twins. All right, cool.
Yeah, so they're fraternal twins. So they look different, but they basically just have the same hairstyle but reversed, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh.
I was like, oh no way, they can't be twins. Not with that opposite hair. No way.
Nah.
No way. And so yeah, so it kind of starts off with some tension points, and I think they do a really good job of fleshing out some of like the background, the angsty, like the angsty moments, but like I think they do a really good job of just like doing, I guess, making it sort of like you're not even really seeing it like the sparkly idol side all the time. You're kind of seeing like, okay, this is kind of what happened behind the scene, like where they're auditioning or they're like trying to figure out some stuff between members, because I gotta tell you, every like boy band or every like Japanese idol group or any group that has ever existed, I will tell you there's never not conflict, like 100%. Like it might not be seen to like public eye, right? Of course, but as someone who interacts with humans very often, I can tell you, like for a living, like, you know, not everyone gets along with each other, and that's okay. That's
yeah, it's
and
just
that's
the way it
something
is.
they kind of work out between them in the series, which is really cool. Like,
Raph
not
is
just with Hamilton, but with the group.
Raph just said, "Wow, that's so human of you."
Wow, it's human. No way. Right? It's kind of crazy, but it's like, wow, they're like, the characters are actually kind of treated like more like people, rather than like, oh, there's this shiny man who's gonna sweep me off my feet.
Right.
They have those like little moments, of course, you know, where it's like, wow, they're so shiny, cool.
Right, of
But,
course, because
like,
they can be shiny. So can real life people. But I get what you're saying. It interweaves the struggles they go through and the relationships, and into the story, where it's not done in a it's done in a very what's the word, not forced. So it's more natural. It's probably very natural, very real way is what you're trying to say.
yeah, exactly.
And it
It's a little bit
carries.
more like, yes, exactly. It's definitely more like, oh, like, you know, I can kind of relate to that, like, you know, that situation or something like that, or that feeling. So I thought it was a really cool like thing that they explore kind of those different, like, I guess, like facets of like
Culture,
idol
idol
life.
background, idol life. Yeah, fast. That's a good word. I like that one. That's what. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because there's so many dimensions to it, and like as like stuff, we only see one side of it. And honestly, and you know, I think it's a really cool thing that they played off of. You know what? Let's actually kind of make it more like beyond just like, you know, the usual like, oh, idols, everything's peachy, and we're just trying to be famous. But there was like, oh, everyone has their reasons, you know, why they want to like pursue this, and you know, it's not necessarily always like superficial
Or
so
glamorous.
cool.
It's difficult.
Yes,
It's a pain. It's rough. You gotta keep to the grind kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. And like, yeah, exactly. And there's even a character who like has auditioned like numbers and numbers and numbers of times,
Whew.
and he was like, you know, used to that rejection, and like, it kind of like showed that like he really struggled with like that, and it's super cool. It's super cool. I'm just like, yeah! And I think like definitely they did a really cool, I guess, like a really good job of just showing that part of people, and you know. Anyway, I think I've said that like 20 times.
Don't
Anyway,
worry about it. It stands out. It's a highlight. The part that touches you say it multiple times. Who gives a crap? That's what you're doing here, talking about the good stuff.
yeah, and you know, you gotta always have your sad boy hour moments in anime. Like, you know, you gotta have some like heart wrenching stuff in there
Yeah.
to keep you invested in the characters. But yeah, it's so funny, and that you can kind of see them become mates in like a dorm, and just some funny wild things that happen. Like, so you see it less in the anime, but in the game with the, you know, how I told you about the cards and how you can kind of like to the like quote unquote talk to them or text them or whatever. You kind of get to know them a lot better through those, and it's funny because they talk a lot about like their like living situation in those ones too, where they're like, yeah, and then like Sogo, like for example, like he fluffs our sheets in the morning, and I'm like, so cute.
Oh, you gotta love those little idiosyncrasies. Those are fun to have. That's one of the good things about games, though. You know, they can throw in a lot more details and nuances that are fun.
Exactly, and they're definitely, like, I will admit, there is definitely like a language barrier, because it's not a game that's localized into English. But I will say that now, like, basically, I think later 2019, it really took off and got really popular in Japan.
Nice.
Like, it got super popular, and which was awesome, translated over to people being interested in the English fandom. So,
Oh,
so there's
good.
tons of translations. Yeah, there's I think there's a Tumblr that's like totally dedicated to just translations of the cards, and like, so you can actually read them and sit down and be like, oh, like, this is so cool. And you can, with events, you can or story, you can go along with the voiced lines and actually like go through it like with the translation, and it's super cool because it's like, oh, it just adds like another like fun flavor to it or whatever.
Wow, you gotta love the people who love something and they put in all that hard work to make it accessible to those overseas and whatnot. That's awesome.
Right, yeah, it's super duper cool. And like I remember in the very early days, like when I was like in it, like in the beginning of January in like 2019, I remember I would actually post out some things and try to like try to figure out like, okay, what is this saying, so I can like make a post about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is what this says, and like, yeah. So not that I'm any whiz in Japanese, but like, it's sort of just like, guys, this thing exists, and here's like a good solid like like manga scan or whatever.
Here's your gateway scan.
Yeah, and once people started getting into it, I was like, okay, now I can ease off of it. People are posting about it now. I can
The word is out. Her job is done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, and then Idol 7 eventually introduces 2 more groups, which is really cool.
Ooh.
They introduced like a veteran group who's done things longer even than Trigger. I think it was like 5 years before Trigger they were doing their thing. Super cool. And
so far though, we haven't heard back from the 10-year though guy. He's the oldest, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I still remember.
Yes, as far as the story goes, we don't know who he is yet. So,
that's.
But they've done some really good fun like hints at like what's happened in the past or could have maybe happened, and like some people that were involved with that kind of show up too. So they don't ever like let it die. Which is really cool. So that's eventually something I think like an overarching thing that they'll get to. But they kind of explore like Idol 7 story into it, and like with Trigger and this other group named Reveal, and then there's a new group that they've introduced kind of in the past year or so. That's like a even newer group than Idol 7, and they kind of explore like the dimensions of their relationship behind that. So it's like it almost feels like it's kind of like an ongoing it's like ongoing tale. It's like definitely I guess in that sense I could say it's a slice of life in that sense. I think in that sense where it's like, oh, like this is something that's like things are actively changing and they're pursuing different things, or they're they're discovering different issues depending on like the dynamic of their groups, or
things change, life changes, and it's not like they're like not like in a time capsule. Like this is not where time freezes and then it's perfect like this. New things come in, new idol bands come in. Idolism is not a niche. It's a big industry. So expect more to come along.
Exactly, and the only thing that stays eternal is being in high school.
That's it. For two of them, they discover the fountain of youth.
Oh, the new group brings in another high schooler, so there's actually 3 now. I'm like, Eternal High Schooler Club, let's go.
Let's go. We gotta have we need 3. Good things happen in 3s. Stay in high school forever, buddy.
Yeah, you totally get me. So, it's so fun, and their merchandise too. So like when they sell like an album or something, like Idol 7's first album, like it came with like how when you go to a concert, before you go to a concert you want to buy like the light sticks and like the towels and the the can badges.
Sure.
So their first album actually came with some stuff like that. Like it came with
cool.
light stick and like a cheering towel and all that. And I was like, what?
Did you get them?
They include 100%.
Nice. Just making sure.
So like yeah, 100%. Yeah, you gotta double check, right? You're like, are you truly a real idol? And yes, the answer is, we are in too deep. Because every group's like first album, they basically released like a box set, kind of like that, with different merch things in them. So it was kind of cool because so not all of them had like light sticks in them, but like some of them had like like a themed like bracelet for the group, or like a like a really cool like storage box or something. Like it was always different. Like they would include different stuff, and basically it was kind of fun to see, being like, I'm a big like nerd about like the idol marketing stuff, because I gotta tell you, there's so many cool like super duper well designed like light stakes, or like merchandise, or like like wristbands, or like music boxes. Like they do everything for like there's so much stuff that like idol groups have done, like whether it's like Japanese idols or like female Japanese idols. They do a lot of really cool stuff.
So you mean like the stuff they sell, their products they're well made. They're not just kind of the throwaway stuff, the plastic crap that you get at the everyday carnival. They're actually well made.
Yeah, they include really cool stuff and have made some really cool merch on top of it.
Nice.
So I'm like props to y'all. Like the
Yeah.
people who created the series like really did their research for like, oh, this is actually how a Japanese idol would, you know, this is the kind of merch they would sell, or like this is kind of like thing that like promotional thing that they would have. So that was a fun like another point of like, oh, like realism, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I can actually probably share. A couple of different pictures with you, if you would like.
Yes. If it's okay, if you is this just for me, or are we gonna show this on stream? Because I don't care either way.
Oh yeah, we can show it on screen, or on stream. Sorry, I always say stream or screen. It's never one or the other. But this, like, you know how I was telling you about how their real life, like they would have a, you know, like signatures at a real life place. Right?
Yes. Yes.
This is kind of like an example, and then they'd have like an in-game thing where it would show them eating at like the restaurant. And I'm sending that over right now. Look, clicked off of it. Oh, there we go.
Here you are, folks. Very cool. More awesome pictures shared by Hoshi. Look, them giving their signatures. Actual.
And it's like the boys are there eating. It's like they're actually there.
And here we go. And hold on a second. Let me get that. Let me get that up there. The next one. The next one.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. They got that right there. And then we got one right here. See, look at that. Like they're actually eating in there. Check that out.
Right? It's so cool. I was like, yes. I love that. And like some people like fans like go out and like to these places which like, you know, aren't necessarily in like in the main part of Tokyo or anything, but they're kind of just like, oh, like yeah, we'll go check out this place, and it like helps those places.
Helps the business, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Oh, I have to show you this actually. I stole this from my slideshow, but so I've done Idol 7 panels like at anime conventions before, but like there's stuff like this where they have for example, there's like an Idol 7 talk show that they kind of created early on in the show, just to like promote themselves, and what's funny is for like a real life event they actually made the set. It looks real though. When I saw I said I thought it was a game picture, but then I realized I was like, wait, this isn't a game. This is.
Wait, this one I can put this one on stream too.
Oh yes.
Okay, here you go, folks. This one, yeah. I looked at this first. I was like, hey, wait, that looks like an actual panel thing right there. You've actually done real. That's so cool.
Right?
Check it out.
I was like, wow, it's like very similar. I was like, they like did that. They were like, okay, we gotta make this like a thing, you know.
Look at that real life set and the fictional set side by side. Wow, they did a fabulous job.
Right? I was like, whoa! So they put a lot of work into it, which I thought was cool. Oh, okay. We're just straight like full on ranting at this point about this, but
hell yeah, keep it going. We got time still. We got.
So what's cool is that this doesn't only focus on just like the pretty idol boys. They also like get to meet like I guess like veteran figures in their industry and stuff. Like so like you know like talk show guy who was like many years under belt, like experience under his belt, or like who used to be like an idol guy or like a singer guy, and you kind of meet you gotta kind of meet those characters like that inspire them and stuff, which is really cool. It's like, oh, so it's not all about like all the pretty sparkly Ikemen boys. There's also like people who help make it happen. So they do a lot of like in the anime you see a lot of shots to like the fans or the staff people will show up, and you always see them working around in the background and whatnot. We're talking to them, and even in game 2, like there's a lot of they put in a dialogue with like just like random fan member like 20 like you know chatting about this new thing that Idol 7 put out, and yeah, it was so it's kind of fun that they kind of intentionally put that in there just to be like, no, we don't live in a bubble, we don't live in a vacuum, like you said before. Like it's very much like there's like, you know, the fans who like keep things going and like hype up the, you know, the events to people, like to their friends.
Yeah.
Or you know, or there's like this dude who like, you know, who like gives them good advice, or like companies that sponsor, like, you know, like different idol events, right? Yeah, it's all very,
it grows and expands.
The sponsorship thing is very big in Japan, because it's like, when you go to Japan, everything is just like, there's so much advertising. There's ads everywhere you look, like all over the train, sometimes on the train, like literally on the physical outside of the train.
Wow.
Sometimes they're like, yeah, they're all over screens and like, you know, different banners and trucks. I've kind of seen it all. Oh, there was a real life Idol 7 truck that matched, and that actually showed up in the anime, which I thought was, oh my god, it's there! Look, there's the truck!
Oh,
and
wow.
I like lost my brain over it. I was like, I think I don't actually know if I have this saved. I think it's on my other hard drive, but I will actually have to find it for you, because it was super cool.
Awesome. We'll do that after stream. We don't have it on us right now, folks, but it sounds poggers.
Yeah. Yes, it's very cool. Like, some series do that thing where they have a giant truck, basically, you know, it could be whatever, and on the truck is this giant, like, just the giant image of the series or whatever it is plastered on. So they do times for stage plays, and sometimes for like album releases, like a Japanese pop guy, and sometimes anime, and sometimes idol anime. So I was like, let's go! Like, look at them making it. They're on this truck IRL and in the anime.
If you made it IRL, you made it anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. Actually, when I went to Japan too, oh god, they like. I think this is pretty common for for a lot of anime though, is that they have cafes that are themed after them, so you can go and take pictures with the cardboard cutouts, and some places just have like a big wall that is just like, there's this giant anime boy on it, and you're like, yes, I'm gonna touch this wall, and I'm never gonna wash my hands.
The never wash hands. I love it. Yes, I touched it. I will never wash this hand. This hand must be engraved, enshrined. I'll get a prosthetic. Let me cut this hand off right now.
right. And they did actually have they do have real life concerts with the voice actors who actually, like,
oh, cool.
Basically, they train them up to do like a performance, like an actual like idol performance, like, and of course it's not to the point where, you know, it doesn't fully like, how do I say, like, it doesn't fully encompass like what an idol concert, like, I guess, to like the full extent of one, but it's a really, really nice thing to do, I think, for fans, because they do get to run up and like dance a little bit on stage and sing on stage, and like kind of, you know,
oh, that's nice,
have all the flashy lights and the flashy costumes. Yeah. So that's like another fun IRL thing that they do, and they kind of like,
boy, they put a lot of work into this, I gotta say. It's fabulous.
And I'm like, honestly, it's really cool to me, because I just remember it being so small at first, and then it was like, boom, like, I don't know what happened, but everyone's crazy about it. And like, so when I got to go to Japan, I was like, oh, you know what? I think I got my timelines wrong. 2017 August was when the game came out, and 2018 January was when I got into it. That's what it is.
Okay, so we're winding back one more year.
Yes. I travel but yeah, basically I was just like,
oh, one sec, Hoshi. One sec.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I gotta look. Okay, so, alright, we got a notification from our upcoming opponent. So, Hoshi, you can talk about the Mighty Idolish 7. Run us through things you definitely want us to know for about another 5 minutes or so, and then we can start setting up for the next round, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely, yeah. That's actually good timing, because I'm like, I was starting to slowly get to the wrap up after the live concert stuff.
Awesome. Let's get to it.
Yeah, I actually went to their first like live concert, which is really cool.
Oh, whoa! When you were in Japan.
Yeah, so I went to Japan and got to see it all, and like got experience some of the IRL like Idol 7 things. firsthand, which is how deep this has gone, by the way. It was crazy. But it was so much fun because it was like, it was like going to almost a life idol concert. Like it was like, crowd super hyped up. You're doing like the little things with your light sticks, and it was. I think the funniest thing to me though was there's the age range for like Idol 7 fans. It was like anything from like I definitely saw some like older aunties, some like younger like teenager girls and stuff. And, like there's some dudes too. It was funny because there's one where one of the guys was like, okay, like the girls, and you go, hey, and they go with the guys, and then you hear this ooh, and like you just hear the manly yells. It's so funny. I always love it when like the male fans show up. It's just like booming like man voice cheering.
Full of energy. They're very Genki. Woo, woo, like that.
Right? Yeah, and so anyway, what I'd say is I highly recommend the series, like even if you're not like the like woman audience that they want to appeal to. I think that like it's actually a very good like well-rounded series in that sense where it's like a little bit more. I think like because I definitely have some guy friends that have actually gotten into this series. I got my brother into the series as well.
Oh, nice.
So I feel hard into it.
So definitely appeals to more than just their targeted demographic. It's got broad appeal.
Exactly, and plus the manager girl is really cute. So you guys see her a lot, so like I would be like, anything start with the anime. She's super cute. And yeah, I think that's kind of my blurb on Idol 7. I think I've covered everything really. I've talked a lot about it, so I appreciate y'all listening to me talk about it for like however much time. I don't know how long it's been.
Oh, I don't care. And people stuck around, so they were very interested. I think the pictures and folks. Raph, let's acknowledge chat real quick. Raph says, if Hoshi recommends it, it must be good. And yes, a lot of work indeed. So, Idol 7, give it up for Idol 7 people for giving Hoshi something amazing to talk about that has lasted with her for many years. Not many, many years, but approaching half a decade since it started in 2018. So,
yeah.
So, thank you, Idol 7. Thank you for all the IRL stuff, all the hard work you put in, and the fact that it can appeal to many people. And Hoshi recommends starting with the anime and may kind of work around with that.
Yes.
That's what you said, yes? I'm just making sure. Yes, I believe you said it started with the anime. Yes, excellent. Idol 7, everybody! And Hoshi's love of Idol 7! That was awesome. That's one of my favorite presentations, Hoshi, all these pictures and all that, so this was great. Thank you for celebration appreciation here. And now, folks, we are going to take a quick 5, maybe 10-minute break. We got to set up with another person who was a former guest on my show, and she's a wonderful individual, and she's going to be Hoshi's opponent. And chat, don't go anywhere, because you have powers to mess with the next game. I gave you powers, so don't worry about that. This is for maximum chaos. So, thank you, Idol 7. Thank you, Hoshi, for that lovely presentation. Definitely can tell how much you love it. It's like all jumbled in your head, which means it's staying there, which is wonderful. So,
yeah. Thank you guys for listening again. I appreciate it a lot.
Yes, same here, folks. I'm really glad you got to listen to her. She clearly loves it, so that's what I like to see. All right, so let's go to the standby screens. 5 to 10 minutes. Mark your watches. Mark your clocks. We will be back in that amount of time. 5 to 10 minutes, folks. Don't go nowhere.
The net.